Howdy ho, good neighbors. What's going on? It's been a while since I've been live, which is, I know, surprising being that I'm on a lot. But I wanted to, let you know we didn't do the legendary live stream last Friday because I had stuff I had to do, and we're not doing it this week because I have my daughter's concert, all district. She does chorus and the cello in orchestra, so I'm proud of her. It's gonna be fun. I enjoyed seeing her concerts. I embarrass her. I yell out and heckle. I'll be like, "Yeah, Melody!" And the crowd will laugh, and she'll look at me with disdain and scorn. And my job is done as a father. So, what better way to celebrate being a dad than embarrass the hell out of your kids? Anyway, so a couple things going on with Philbo, as you knew. I've been I post a lot. I haven't been posting these last few days. I've been working a lot, doing a lot of stuff. And to be honest with you, I think I've pretty much done all I can with this campaign. So it is what it is. But we're gonna, just give a little video push one last time. If you guys want to hang out and chill out with me and listen to what I have to ramble on about, and maybe you might see something you like. Or maybe it's stuff that you already know about and you're bored out of your mind. Okay, but you can still come say hi, hang out if you'd like. Okay, so first and foremost, we have a lot of things coming up. I have right now my campaign for Withered going on, which is I'm trying to think of a good way to market this and explain it to people because it's not grabbing like I thought it would, and I'm wondering if part of it is my marketing. Maybe I'm not, pulling this out right. When I say it's angels and demons, I'm trying to think of like maybe it's like the supernatural show mixed in with the movie Legion and things like that. It is not any like religious theme thing. It's using angels and demons, but it's supernatural, it's horror, it's fantasy. If you've been watching my posts, you can see what Will's doing. Just beautiful stuff. We've been stuck here for a while. We actually had a backed out pledge, so we were at like 21 and change, but unfortunately not now. Only 45 backers. Tragedy does really well, so I'm kind of surprised that I haven't gotten more of my backers onto this. It feels like I'm starting over each time I do a new campaign. So it is what it is. If you don't have what people want, they're not going to come and buy it. So, but I do want you to know that this is a well illustrated book. It's a beautifully illustrated book, and it's colored beautifully as well. And here's some interior pages. It's not just Withered on the campaign. If you want to check out other stuff that I published, that's there too. I say this all the time. It's a digitally colored book, but this one panel was painted. This is not a Photoshop. This was redrawn and painted by Will Clayton as the background, the creation of Adam for the scene, because it's in heaven. Again, this is not a preachy religious thing. This is just using angels and demons, which are awesome. And there's fighting, and there's action, and there's the human condition, and there's a lot of stuff. We got black, we got glow in the dark covers if everybody's interested, metal blackout covers. We've got the prose book that Withered started in, the short story that started in. It's getting great reviews. People are telling me. I hope they start telling other people as well. But I'm getting great reviews on The Devil's in the Details. I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to sell a book. I actually am getting great reviews. Maybe there's people that just didn't say anything, but everybody's been telling me they've been really enjoying it. Got blank covers as usual. If you're an artist or if you love getting art, these are good to get. You get the book, you get to read it, but you also get to commission some art. Here's a painted cover with the red trade dress. Here's a painted cover with the green trade dress, which will look great in glow in the dark. Here's the Roy Mercado digital cover. And here is the watercolored Sammy Bay cover. If you're interested in getting an ad in Tragedy Chapter 5, Tragedy does way better than these. Hey, Del, what's going on? Haven't seen you on my live streams in a long time. How you been? Tragedy gets a lot more traction than these campaigns this year so far have. Dynamics and Withered have funded, but they haven't had the impact that Tragedy has. Tragedy, it gets almost 300 backers and it does $13,000. So if you're interested in an ad in the book, you'll reach your demographic and you'll reach a decent amount of people and then some. These are stretch goals that unfortunately it doesn't look like we're going to unlock, but these were the character designs illustrated by Will Pladen. We collaborated on what they're going to look like. So we're not even going to reach the first one, but that is what it is. And we've got art books. We added the art book for Kevin Stewart. We've got all the other guys from Legendary Illustrations. If you like art books, I have a few to show you live. We've got Tragedy. We've got videos to show you everything. Tragedies 1 through 4. Oh, you moved? I didn't know that. Where'd you move? Are you still in the same state or did you move out of state? So we got Tragedy 1 through 4 and all the videos to the different the trailers to the tragedies. Dynamics. Dynamics I think I marketed wrong because when you look at the art and I think people thought it was a kid's book. It's not a kid's book. It's just not kid unfriendly. It's adults can enjoy this book. It's like Power Pack, and the Dynamics. The Incredibles. Adults can enjoy it too. So I really enjoy the art style. I like what Rob did, but don't misconstrue this for a children's book. It's a superhero action tale for everybody. Power Pack, the Incredibles, things like that. Hey, John Dexter, what's going on? Drop your links to your campaign, John. Congrats, Dell. How far did you move? And then, of course, you can make virgin or foil covers to the Withered. And then there's art samples here because we have art books and art tier commissions by these artists. So, there's a lot that you can get on here. It's not just Withered. If Withered isn't your thing, there's the Dynamics, there's Tragedy, there's the Devils in the Details prose book, there's art books, and there's art commissions. You can get commissions from the legendary artists, original art, 11x17, black and white, inked with background, and beautiful work that they do. I can even show you what Will Pladen does for an example, and even Ricardo and all of them. But I can show you exactly what you get. These are I'm going to show you right now. These were commissions off of Kickstarter. So this is what Will Pladen does when you hit Kickstarter. And this is the quality work you get from everybody. Wow, am I losing you guys? Or okay, there we go. So this is what you get as a commission. It was only $225 plus shipping. Where are you gonna get that for $225? Look at that detail. Look at that. Thanks, Del. I appreciate that. Those books weren't mine. There was someone who bought for me, but I am going to be on Walmart myself, but much lower prices than what you saw on that post. Congrats on the move, though. Hey, Corey, what's going on? So this is what you get when you do commissions on, and these are all commissions that people got off of my campaigns. So, if you're not interested in the books that I'm publishing, but you love art, we've got these available. Look at that. That's what you get. That's just Will. Jim O'Reilly had just done one. It looks beautiful, of Death Dealer. We don't play around. We give you quality work for the commissions, and that's really the best place to get commissions because they're busy on books and stuff. But that's the best place to go. So again, there's all of that. There's the Dynamics. I want to remind you, the Dynamics is not a kid's book. It's kid friendly, but it reads an adult story. It's not a children's book. Okay, I just want you to know that. And it's superhero fun. It's like Power Pack. It's the entire family with powers. It's Power Pack and the Incredibles kind of stuff. Here are samples of the art books that are for sale on there. This is Ricardo Silva, who illustrates Tragedy. So this is the art books. These are the art books. It's like getting 40 prints for $20 or $25. because we also send you the PDF of the art book. You can print them up and make prints. I mean, how much is a print at a show now? $20, $25. But here you can get 40 of them in a book and a PDF. We also have just PDF tiers. If you got a pile of indie books and you're like, man, I can't keep up with this pile, it's just sitting there. We've got PDF tiers. You can just get all the PDFs, and there's no weight on those. We send them out. There's no shipping, and you get to read all the stories and keep them on whatever tablet you want. And if you decide you want a physical someday, you get a physical. There's a lot to offer, and I'm very serious when I say this. They may look like familiar tropes, but I'm writing them differently. There are different takes, different ways. And if you're tired of the same old stuff being regurgitated, if you're tired of, the writing that's going on, you really might want to give a try some of the stuff I'm writing. Again, major writers in Marvel and DC have said my writing is solid and it's good, and the books are interesting. Tragedy gets a lot of great reviews and has a good following right from the gate. And Tragedy 5 is coming in May. And then the trade paperback. The trade paperback is going to have a Bill Sienkiewicz cover, which he gave. I have it now. He turned it into me. I'm going to show it soon. I have a Chris Picciolo cover coming, and I have a third person that I can't name yet until I'm guaranteed to get the cover, but that's going to be a badass cover too. Another big name, I'll give you a hint. It's a person who's well known for their independent character. And they're going to do a cover of my character and their character, and it's going to be awesome. But anyway, so if you've collected Tragedy and you read it and you really enjoyed the writing on it, I really think you'll enjoy the writing on Withered and Dynamics, and you should give it a shot. It's a small investment, $15, and you might wind up walking away with a title that you really, really like. And that's how we keep putting out the titles, right? We need you guys to support physically. I appreciate all the likes and the comments. They do help, and I appreciate that. But we really could use your support, your pledge to get the books out there. You won't be disappointed. I know you won't, but you got to give it a shot to find out. So that's that. As far as Tragedy, again, I'm going to be showing this soon and stuff. I also want to talk about Diary of Dread. Diary of Dread is a horror anthology magazine that I'm putting out towards the end of the year, which is going to be like the old school EC Comics. Again, as you all know, I have people read the scripts, beta readers, beta testers, so to speak, and I go to people that do not placate. They will rip me apart if it's not good. I go to honest people because it's the only way I will be better or get better. Peter David read Tragedy, and Peter David is an honest guy. Obviously a great writer in comics, and Peter David is as honest as it gets. And I gave it to him, expecting him to rip Tragedy apart, and he didn't. He said it was solid. He had one minor thing he felt that he guessed right away, and that was it. And I go to people that are going to be honest with me. And so far, everybody is loving the horror stories. They're saying that they don't see what's coming. The pacing is solid. The setup is solid. It's like old school 80s horror, 70s, 80s horror. The books are looking beautiful. They're looking absolutely beautiful thanks to the teams that I work with. Rod Rodolfo, Alex Sarabia, Gary Girout, Fabio. I forget his last name because he has 3 names. And of course, Antonio Diaz. So I'm really excited. And then coming soon for the 5th story is going to be illustrated by Kenny Calderon and colored by Antonio Diaz. So, and maybe inked by Gary Giroux. So these stories are really solid. And what I'm going to do is 3 of them are done. I'm going to be putting them out in a black and white version and a color version. 3 of them are fully done. 4th one is going to be done very soon. And I am going to do a contest where one person gets to read the 3 completed stories ahead of time. They would just have to sign an NDA to not share it out. So I'm excited about that. Tragedy 5 is coming in May. It wraps up the first story arc. It's a really good issue. A lot of action, but also a lot of drama, a lot of like key things are answered and put to rest. Put to rest. Um, so I'm looking forward to that, and I've got some great covers as usual. I've got a ton of covers, from independent greats to well-known names. So I'm excited about that. And then the trade paperback is coming, like I said, with a Bill Sienkiewicz cover, Chris Pachalo cover, and a third big name I won't mention right now. I do have some big names coming for covers on the Diary of Dread magazine. I won't name them right now because they say they're going to do them, but until I see something in my hand, I'm not gonna say. But they're big, they're horror artists, well-known big names in the industry, that will be awesome to have as covers. I'm always striving to give you professional quality. I'm always looking to improve and get better. I always want to give you the best bang for your buck. And look, I know there are some indie comics that maybe you feel are subpar, but there are a lot of indie comics that aren't, and they're just not getting the eyes on them, or they're just not getting the chance. So just, if you could, give them a chance. Pick one up. Just give it a try. It would be worth it. What's $15 in the scheme of things compared to the things we spend money on? You might just actually like what you get. If not, regift it, use it as toilet paper, whatever, or enjoy it for the art. If you at least like the art. But I think people will like what Philbo Publishing is doing. So give it a shot. I also want to let you know that coming in April, this is not a Philbo Publishing campaign, because I don't publish them. This is Alpaca Studios, and they are in South America. But I am running the campaign for them, and I'd love for you guys to give this thing some love, give it a shout out, because it's going to be a fun zombie outbreak story. Let me show you. Okay. This is Alpaca Studios. I'm going to show you the video.
It's on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Shocking footage has shaken our country to its core. The footage is unedited. It's real. We're live at the scene with the first footage of an infected individual. The man seems to be convulsing. And something appears to be protruding.
There's the trailer. Just the page is done and we're not launched yet. It's going to launch April 4th. Alpaca Studios. There's a synopsis there. Strange virus is being prepared by a secret group in Peru, but mysteries are not made to stay locked up, and the strange virus escapes military care and begins to spread among the local population. Former soldiers and ordinary people will combine their knowledge to find out what is happening and avoid ending up as a great mass of lifeless bodies that crave blood and brains. But how? Aren't all zombies dumb? Are they more powerful and unstoppable? That, dear reader, you will have to discover together with our heroes. They show some designs. And here's the team. Here's some interiors. Antonio Diaz. And this may be really what you're looking for, post-apocalyptic. Gary Giroud is a zombie in that book? Really? I didn't know that. That's awesome. Of course, we've got blank sketch covers. We've got a bunch of covers. Very cool covers. Yeah, hey, Dog Pound Brown, what's going on? Yeah, so this is available coming April 4th. I am running this campaign. I am fulfilling this campaign, so you can trust that it will be taken care of. I'm doing everything. Oh, look, zombie boobies. It's got boobies, so it's bound to do well. Maybe I should put boobies on my angels or demons. What do you think? Will that get people to buy Withered? So there you go. You can get a virgin. You can make it a foil or a foil virgin. There's comic size prints that you can do as add-ons, stickers, and then there's previews of other books that they have coming out soon. Very cool. So this is going to launch April 4th. You can sign up right now to be notified. And there's some synopsis here. And you could be signed up to be notified of launch. Let's give these guys a good first campaign and launch strong. Between zombies and naked women, it'll probably do really well. I'm rooting for these guys. I really want to help them do great with the campaign. So please check that out. And then sign up. And just one more time, just to remind you, Withered is live right now. I think we have 10 days to go. I thought it was 8. Okay, we have 10 days to go. And we could use your support. It's not doing tragedy numbers, which is okay. Tragedy is tragedy. But we could use your love. If you like supernatural, if you like horror, if you like sci-fi, you like fantasy, it's got all of it. It is not a preachy religious book. It is angels, sword slashing, and fighting demons. As I've shown you on some recent posts that Will is doing, it is action packed and it is exciting. And hey, Lual Kent, what's going on? So check it out. Once this ends, we got like a week, and then we go into Contagio, the beginning, which is by Alpaca Comics, publishing, I should say. And I'm excited for them. And then after that is Withered. Not Withered, is Tragedy, Chapter 5. And then there's like a month or so break. And then there's Tragedy trade paperback. And then coming fall will be Diary of Dread. And you're going to like Diary of Dread. I'm so proud of this book. You have no idea. It is true horror for true horror fans. And I did put this out. I put these scripts out to true horror fans, fans that, they've watched every damn movie, horror movie, read every horror comic, etc. All the EC comics are in their library, and I definitely gave it to them because I wanted to know the truth. Is this garbage? Is this hot garbage? Is the horror reading this book, or is the horror quality? So every one of them loves it. They said that I really know what I'm doing. I wrote a 5 really solid horror stories. And the team has just been phenomenal on these books. I mean, phenomenal. I cannot say thank you enough to them for what they've done. Gary's here. Gary's one of them. His inking over Alex Sarabia on 39 Cedar Lane, and right now he's on Malevolent has been great. It's been top notch, and we just want to put out great stuff. And that's the thing, guys. I know I'm this small indie guy that you don't know, but why don't you get to know me? Buy some books, read them, take a look. I think you're gonna like them. I really do. I believe in them so much. I think they're well written. I think the art is beautiful. I think the sequentials are solid. I think I get great covers. And I think the stories are entertaining and written in different ways. But you need to tell me. So if you back a book, tell me. Also, for the trade paperback on Tragedy, I'm accepting fan art submissions to publish in the trade paperback if you want. No, it's not paid. It would be fan art, but you'd get credit for your fan art, and it'd be published in there, and then you could do what you want with the art. I understand to some people that's not appealing, then this isn't for you. If you're up and coming and you can't get work, or you just want to be published, get a published credit, maybe this is for you. So reach out to me if you want published work. We got a letters page. We got a bunch of letters, so I don't think I have room for any more. But if you want to write a letter to Tragedy, you've been reading it and you like it, send it my way. You can email it to me, DM me to get my email. so we got a lot going on, a lot going on, and we're not stopping. Again, these Dynamics campaign and Withered, they weren't what was expected, or hoped for, I should say. Um, they're certainly not hitting tragedy numbers, but they're quality books I believe in, and we're going to keep going as long as they fund and as long as we're doing what we need to do. Sorry, I'm sharing this out. We're going to keep plugging along, but we need you. Everyone in the Philbo banner is approachable and great people to support. They are. Hey, Sean. Yeah, I am actually. But I'm doing mostly local stuff this year. I'm not going to be spending the time and money on travel because it's just gotten out of hand. Traveling, hotels, convention tables have been so expensive. And most shows I do very well at, but even still, what am I walking away with? A couple $100, and I'm away from my family for that long, and I'm missing days at work, which is well more than the couple $100. So I will be doing. I am going to be at Las Vegas Con at the end of April. I am going to be in Phoenix Fan Fusion in the end of May. I'm doing some local shows. I'm doing Cradle Con here in the third week of May. I am doing um, another show in May in Maryland. Nerd. Wow, I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. I gotta look it up. Hang on, I'll tell you. Um, Gary, what's the name of the show again, buddy? It's Nerd. I'm so sorry to the owner. I don't remember my own name sometimes. It is. Yeah, I was surprised too. Yeah, it's Nerdtopia is the show. Nerdtopia Fan Expo. I'll be there in May. I'm going to do a Huracan, which is a one-day charitable event in June. And hopefully I will be accepted into Artist Alley at New York Comic Con. I'm waiting to find out about that. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do for the year. Just mostly staying local, except for Vegas and Phoenix. And that's because my brother from another mother is out there. So I'll visit him as well. And I always do great at those shows. Vegas last year, I did fantastic. And Phoenix, I did really well. So I'll be back out there. Just so you know, while that's not my campaign, I'm just running the campaign for someone else. I don't do movie stuff. That's just not my thing. Um, Rod Ramos Rodolfo is here, and he illustrated Rigor Mortis and Mangle for the horror book, and did a beautiful job, inks included. And I appreciate Rod's work. Just looks fantastic, professional stuff. So we got a lot going on. Let me know if you decide to go to Chicago Fan Expo in August. Yeah, I would love to, but again, just to get the hotel and everything is just too much. Maybe next year I want to build a following a little more before I go to shows, so people come looking for me. Because I'm not a carnival barker. I'm at my table, I engage people, but I'm not going to carnival bark and try to pull you in. But I am going to tell you this, Alejandro, what's going on, buddy? By the time October comes, if I'm able to get into Artist Alley, I'm going to have about 19 different books for sale that will be published through my company. Some by independent creators, and most by myself, including some legendary art books. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get to some shows. I miss them. I'm excited to get out there because every time I'm at a show and I have the personal energy of talking to people, I sell a lot. I mean, I sell a lot of books. I sell hundreds of books every time I go to shows. And I'm hoping to push Withered and Dynamics more and build the following. Dog Pound Brown, what, 19? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, think about this. I've got tragedy issues 1 through 5, and I'll have 6 out by then. So that's 6 issues. I've got 8 art books. I've got Withered and the Dynamics, issues 1. I've got The Devil in Details prose book. I'm going to have Apollo coming soon by Kevin Stewart. I'm going to have Lawless, The Land of the Lawless by Vaughn Coleman that I'm publishing. I'm going to have the trade paperback of Tragedies 1 through 5, again with the Bill Sienkiewicz cover, the Chris Picciolo cover, and the other big name cover. I'm going to have a Philbo Publishing collected trade of issue 1 of Tragedy, Withered, and Dynamics in one collected trade. It'll be a $15 trade, so you can get the issue 1s for $5 each, and attempt to get you to read them and see if you like them and continue them. So that's 19 books. Oh, and the Diary of Dread. So that makes 19, that magazine. I was going to Kickstarter it in October, but if I get into New York Comic Con, I'm going to print it early and sell it at New York Comic Con as an early exclusive, and then we will Kickstarter it afterwards to get it out there for the Halloween season and get it in your hands. I am going to be doing another magazine that is going to be fantasy, sci-fi. It'll be in the vein of Heavy Metal too, where you have Dungeons and Dragons, or you could have like steampunk, sci-fi, things like that. And I will accept submissions from people if you want to be published in the magazine. You will keep your creator-owned rights, and I will put that in writing. I do not want the rights to your property. I'm just going to have rights to publish it. And yes, you get paid for your portion of what your story is in the book. So this isn't you just handing me something, you get paid. So I'm accepting those submissions soon. The Diary of Dread, Charles Santino, who wrote Conan for Marvel in the 90s, has his story going in there as well. It's going to be a 154-page magazine. It is going to be chock full of awesome horror. I'm even looking at some interviews, written interviews I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to have covered by big-name horror artists that you know well. So I'm moving, I'm pushing, I'm shaking, and I'm giving you professional quality work through Philbo Publishing. So give us a shot. That's all I can say. Give us a shot. What do you got to lose? What do you have to lose? It's a $15 book. You pick it up and you read it and you go, wow, this was good. I want to see where this goes. Or you pick it up and you go, it was okay, but it didn't really catch me. Okay, it cost you $15. Cigarettes cost way more than that, and you burn those up. Alcohol costs more than that, and you piss it away. A Starbucks coffee, a clogged artery, friggin' McDonald's meal. It all costs more than a $15 book at this point. But you know what? We all had to start somewhere. The first time you picked up Spawn, you fell in love with it, right? Or Youngblood, or Cerberus, or Bone, or She, right? Or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You picked up these books on a whim, and you wound up loving them. And later on, they blew up, and you have that investment of having the first print issue. Hindsight can be you know what? What if this blows up, right? And if I have my say, it will. And Walking Dead, right? Exactly. You could have the next big issue in your hand that's worth money someday, or just that next story that excites you and gets you loving to read comics again and gets you excited for the next issue to come out. And Tragedy, I'm telling you, distributions in the future. I'm just holding off right now for other reasons. I have my plans in place. It requires patience. It requires diligence. It requires intelligence to run a business, and you have to do it right. The only unforeseen thing was Dynamics and Withered are underperforming for me. So I'm always transparent and honest. People say you shouldn't say that. I'm being honest. They're underperforming. Are they failures? No. They're funded. They're doing their thing. But they're underperforming. 45 backers on Withered right now for $19.42 in the money, where I have almost 300 backers for Tragedy, and we had about 70 backers for Dynamics. So come on out, give it a shot. Again, if Withered is not your thing, Tragedy is on this campaign. Dynamics is on this campaign. The Devil's in the Details is on this campaign. Every art book that I publish from the artists I represent is on this campaign. Original art tiers are on this campaign. There's so much here. It's a one-stop shop for everything Philbo. Go check it out. I have like 10,000 likes on my posts, but they're not going to the site and backing. It's really weird. Yeah, I showed the art commissions from Will and how crazy detailed they are. And Ricardo does amazing work, and Alex and everybody. I mean, you get incredible commissions for just 225, 11 by 17, black and white, full background, full character of choice. Just we won't do your creator owned IP. I'm sorry, because if you turn that into a cover, that's a whole legal issue. That's something else. So anyway, that's about it. Excuse me. I burn the candles at both ends. I'm working very hard, as is the team that I am privileged and blessed and graced to work with. I couldn't do this without them. But you know what? Real quick, I'm going to give you a few snippets without spoiling of Diary of Dread, because I want you all to see what quality we're doing here. And you all know what tragedy is, right? I mean, if you don't, you've been in a closet or something, because um, I don't know. All right. What do you mean this folder is empty? Oh, that's right. Okay. So I just want to show you some of this 9 Cedar Lane. This is the story in the Diary of Dread. I am not going to tell you what it's about because it'll ruin it, but everybody loves this story, and it's my favorite. It's my favorite. And as you can see, the artwork is solid. It's professional. It's atmospheric. Gary Girout is the inker on this, and he did a wonderful job. I'm not going to get into too much of this, but I'm gonna stop at a certain point, not to ruin it for you. But that's Diary of Dread. Whoops. And let me show you Rigor Mortis. Oh, wait, let me show you Malevolent first. We only have 2 inked so far because Gary's been busting his ass on everything else. But I'll show you the pencils right now because we have the first pages penciled. This is Malevolent. I'm sorry, not Mangle. It's Malevolent. And this is the quality of artwork you get on this. Again, I'm not going to tell you what it's about because it's just going to surprise the hell out of you. This is a really, really messed up tale. I mean, this is really a horrific story. It's so good. It's so good. But look at that art. Look at that art. Alex Sarabia doing what he does. There's Gary Girout. He drew him and himself, Alex, in there. They're the detectives. It's hilarious. Great job. So that's Malevolent. And I'll show you 2 first pages inked real quick to brag and show Gary's work. So I'm going to do a black and white version. Hello. Okay, I'm coming. Okay. A black and white version, and I'm doing a color version. Steph is here for the rant. What's up, Steph? I haven't been live in a while. I figured you could come in and heckle. Steph Wilson has a cover for Tragedy issue 5, and he had a cover for Dynamics. If you're a Steph Wilson fan, reach out to me if you're interested. Here's Mangle, and this is inked and penciled by Rod Rodolfo, and it's great. It starts off right away. Another great tale. Telling you, everybody says this is old 80s horror at its best. Yeah, he does backgrounds once in a while. Or maybe he has his wife do them. I don't know. Carrie Ann. I'm going to leave that at that. And then we're going to show you Rigor Mortis. Okay? and then we'll call it a day. And again, I'm going to do a contest to read these 3 stories. Uh, are you going to table? No, I'm going to go as a fan. I'm not tabling, but I'll be there as a fan. Are you going to be there? Here's Rigor Mortis, illustrated by Rod Rodolfo. And that's about all we're going to do on that. So those are the 3 books that are done. We have 2 more on the way. Cool. I'll see you there, Steph. Of course, I'll be there as a fan, with warm clothes. So that's some of the horror books so far. We'll have colored version again, the black and white versions. So if you're interested and you want to read them, you could be the contestant winner. You could win. We'll see. We'll do a live thing. We'll post and do a live thing. So anyway, that's about it. Hey Angel, what's going on? So I am again very grateful for all the likes, all the shares. A lot of you do that. I'm more grateful than you can know. But if you could give it a shot. Give my books a shot. I think you won't be disappointed. Tragedy gets great reviews by Chuck Dixon and Peter David and Howard Mackey, and fans alike. Supporters enjoy it. George, what's going on? George, drop links if you have any. Angel, drop links if you have any. Anybody drop links, feel free. Steph, anybody, go for it. Watch Steph Wilson's live stream all the time. And Rod, drop links, etc. But it's a small investment. I think you'll enjoy the books. Give them a try. Let me know what you think. If it's not for you, then okay, it was a small investment, no harm, no foul. But what if you really do like it? All right. Philbo Publishing, 2023 and beyond, guys. Coke is cool. Hi, how are you? George, are you going to be at Garden State Comic Fest? What are the dates for Garden State Comic Fest again, Steph? Anyway, the current Withered campaign has Withered, the Dynamics, Tragedies issue 1 through 4, which will get you caught up for Tragedy chapter 5, which is coming in May, which rounds out a story arc, so you may want to get it. June, all right, cool, thanks. And get you ready for the trade paperback. So the one after Contagio by Alpaca Studios, the zombie one, or Tragedy 5. But anyway, so if you guys could go to Withered, look at the campaign. I have all the videos up to show you what the books are and stuff, all the campaign trailers, and see. There was a long story as to why it had to be pushed back. It had to be pushed. Yes, this is about my comic books, Philbo Publishing. I just went through all the books. If you want to rewatch the video, I have a campaign going live now for a book I have, and it has all the other published books I've done. Like I said, we're going to have 19 books by the time New York Comic Con comes around that will be for sale. Thank you, George. I appreciate you. Tragedy 5, yeah. Yeah, the Walking Dead comics are great. Long story sounds like a rant. No, nothing bad. It's just, unfortunately, sometimes things don't work out with the timing the way you want them to. So you just got to push back a little, and you got to make it work, especially with Kickstarter. People don't like to back a campaign until you fulfill the other one. They won't let you run two at the same time, stuff like that. Love the performance of Sean on Rigor Mortis. Oh, Rod. Oh, Rod. I love Rod. That didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. I love Rodolfo. Man, and Legendary Illustrations, they're very busy. They're on a lot of books right now, but some of them are available for covers, some are available for sequentials. We can do everything. I can literally create your campaign, fulfill your campaign, and market your campaign for you. We have people that can do trailers for you. We have people that can do trade dress and book format and corner boxes for you. We have pencilers, inkers, colorists, cover artists, sequential artists. We have editors. We have writers. We have character designers. We have everything to make your book come true. If you reach out to me, DM me. Just so you know, the website is almost ready. My apologies on this. The last one got hacked by a stalker that I deal with. So I just tore it down and I'm starting over, and everything's gonna be on one site. Yeah, exact production schedules, man. Then you're never able to adhere to them. It's so hard. But anyway, so that's about that. If you could share this video out, go to the Withered campaign. I'll post it in the comments and give it a look. You might just like what you see, but you don't know until you give it a shot, right? Don't just take a look and go, oh, that's blah blah. Don't assume what anything is. Go look. I really think you're gonna like it. And if you don't believe me, there's a lot of people you can talk to that will tell you. Okay? I'm dropping the link now in the chat for you all to check out. It's right there. So I implore you, go look at it, go check it out. You're not just supporting me and my dream, you're supporting the artists involved, the trade dressers, the editors, everybody involved. Yeah, I'm busy promoting my stuff instead of somebody else's, but thank you. I appreciate it. Walking Dead doesn't need my promotion. I need promotion. But I appreciate you all coming out. Appreciate you all listening to me ramble. And go from there. Oh, Steph Wilson. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at, someone back in the campaign. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. But, I mean, short of putting boobies on angels, I don't know what else to do. I mean, naked angels is there's a naked demon. There's demon butt. I don't know if that counts. But there you go. It's a beautifully drawn book. Beautiful book. And I just posted a few new pages. It's being drawn as we speak that shows some action. I was trying not to give anything away, but maybe I should have promoted more of the action. There's a lot of action in this book. Angels and demons going at it. Aerial fights, ground fights, you name it. So it's going to be fun. All right, guys. Appreciate you. I'm going to go have dinner. My wife's yelling at me. It's cold. And don't sleep on me, man. A lot of people are going to be disappointed that they didn't listen to me and jump on when they should have. I know that sounds like hollow speak from a nobody, but I know that for sure. There are going to be people who are disappointed that they didn't grab a number one when they could. So hindsight, that's all I can tell you. Hindsight. Charles W. Morgan, drop your links. Charles has a campaign that I am putting the page together coming in May. It'll be 2 weeks before the launch of Tragedy Chapter 5. It's called Cold Cutter 2. Reach out to Charles. Follow Charles. If you don't, check out what he's doing. He's really upping his game, doing some beautiful work on Cold Cutter 2. You should check it out. If you like crime noir, it's right up your alley. Also, real quick, John Dexter has his Dime Store Detective out right now, which is supernatural, a thriller. It's like taking the Dukes of Hazzard, Justified, True Detective, and Supernatural, and smashing it all together, and it's a good read. So go check that out. And Cold Cutter's coming. Charles, drop any links you want. The sign-up link is available for Charles W. Morgan's Cold Cutter 2, so why don't you go sign up on that and get notified. All right. I'm going to leave you with what I always leave you with. Be legendary and have fun storming the castle.